Have you ever finished a book, but felt that it wasn't actually finished with you? You've read the last page, but is the book finished? Or is this where the reading actually begins? My name is Jim. This is my channel, Books, Reading and Stuff. I finished The Deep by Rivers Solomon and others yesterday, but did I really finish it? The story is still resonating in my mind. It's based on the mythology of the Drexians, descendants of pregnant women thrown overboard during the transatlantic slave era, and the idea was that they gave birth to these new race of creatures with fins that breathed water and lived in a utopian world under the sea. It's a book which deals with memory, with trauma, identity and inherited pain in a very dense way. The Deep is a novella of just 166 pages. It may be short, but it carries emotional and thematic depth far beyond its length. It's one of those small books that feels vast once you start thinking about it. Reading doesn't stop when the book ends. We replay the scenes, the quotes, the ideas. We rethink characters' choices, maybe even connect the book to our own lives. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Does a book stay with you after you've reached the end page, or is it just a full stop? I'm not a great rereader, but rereading The Catcher in the Rye was a profound experience for me. I read this as a teenager and I felt Holden Caulfield was a whiny, spoiled, annoying character. I didn't like this at all. This is one of the very few books I gave 1 star to. But rereading this in my middle age, in my 50s, I realised that Holden was acting the way he did because he was dealing with unprocessed grief. His brother, who he adored, died from childhood leukemia, and he couldn't handle that. The book changed because I changed. It's like a man doesn't cross the same river twice. The next time, the man is different. The river is different. Life experience changes how we interpret characters. Also, sometimes the first read, we get the story. The second, we might get the actual meaning. Have you ever had a book hangover, where you finish a book and then you feel bereft? You're missing the characters. You feel empty and reflective. You need some time maybe before starting a new book. Stories matter. Stories matter to humans. It's what separates humans from the other apes. Large societies operate because we believe in fictions like religion or nations or money. I'm currently reading the Meursault Investigation. This plays with L'étranger by Albert Camus. This is by Kamel Daoud and looks at the Arabic perspective of the story. He reads, "This story takes place somewhere in someone's head, in mine and in yours, and in heads of people like you, in a sort of beyond. Don't do any geographical searching." It's like you won't find the place where the Arab was murdered, but you find it in the story. Here he gives the Arab a name. In Camus' book, the Arab who was killed has no name. Stories connect to each other. One of the few books I reread last year was Pride and Prejudice. I liked it the first time. I still like it the second time. I'm sure now that this is Jane Austen's greatest book. I also reread Wuthering recently. This is not a romance. The film adaptations of this only take half the story. They don't take the story of the second generation, which you get in the book. Are you a rereader? Let me know in the comments. This book is one I want to reread sometime. I read it as a teen, but the story has lingered a long time in my mind, partly because of its connection to our culture, the idea of Big Brother, the idea of doublespeak, particularly in this era of Donald Trump, when we see what ICE are doing on the videos and we're told something completely different by Trump's spokesperson. Books which linger in our mind, they shape us, they influence how we think, they expand our empathy. If a book stays with you, it hasn't outstayed its welcome, it's done its job. The best books don't end, they echo. If you're still thinking about a book, are you still reading it? If you like this video, then give it a thumbs up. This will help me with the YouTube algorithm. Be interested to know your thoughts in the comments about this idea that a book doesn't finish with the last page. It can linger in our minds. And I will see you on the next video. Goodbye.